Secretary of State Marco Rubio is in Saudi Arabia ahead of key discussions about ending Russia's war with Ukraine.
Those talks are expected to take place tomorrow and include several senior officials from the U.S. and Russia. Notably absent is Ukraine. ABC's Christiane Cordero has the details.
Today, U.S. officials arrived at what's expected to become the negotiating table to end Russia's war in Ukraine 1 week shy of its 3-year mark.
We're working very hard on it. It's a war that should have never started.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Special Envoy to the Middle East Steve Witkoff, and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz will participate in the peace talks tomorrow in Saudi Arabia. Across the table, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, plus an aide to Vladimir Putin and the head of Russia's investment fund. Ukraine will not be there. They weren't invited.
Maybe there is something at the table, but not on our table. So I didn't see any invitations.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky over the weekend reiterated Ukraine will not accept a deal struck between the U.S. and Russia if they're left out of negotiations. President Trump was asked if he sees Ukraine as equal in the talks.
Do you view Ukraine as an equal member of this peace process?
It's an interesting question. I think they have to make peace. Their people are being killed.
The Trump administration, in a significant shift of support, has insisted an end to the war would require Ukraine concede land to Russia. Witkoff, ahead of tomorrow's talks with Russia, said it's still early.
And I'm not dismissive of the details. They're important, but I think the beginning here is trust building.
Ukraine has said they need security guarantees in the form of European troops or peacekeeping forces before they agree to any settlement with Russia. Now, Zelensky will also be in Saudi Arabia this week for a bilateral visit outside of these talks. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.